Style to me is like a muscle. If you don't quite feel stylish today, or you feel like there's more that you can learn, and I certainly do, then there's space for that. Today's video is on how to be more stylish. Number one is going to be understanding your different worlds. Sometimes I think we jump too much into the fashion and the style and how good it looks before we actually explore your own lifestyle. What does it look like? Are you a mum? Do you do school runs? Are you going to university or college? Do you regularly work out? Do you like to dress down? Do you like to dress up? Do you have a lot of client meetings and events? First, write down and explore what are you getting dressed for, and that will help you develop your style. The next one is going to be grooming. I think this is so key because sometimes you can wear the plainest outfit, but if you've got your signature hairstyles down and your nails done, whether or not they're plain and bare and manicured, or you've got some polish on them, just having an amount of grooming done, you feel fresh, you smell good, you look clean, all of that goes into an outfit. And so I really wanted to get started with the foundations because to me they just can't be skipped. Next, we're going to look at strong basics. Like a capsule wardrobe, these are going to be your fundamentals, your go-tos, because not only are they going to be the glue of your wardrobe, they allow you to build outfits, put things together. For example, with this middle outfit, you've got this gorgeous top and then you've got this sort of balloon pant, and the balloon pant is more of the staple feature piece, but it wouldn't be made without the simple shoes and the simple top. Next up, let's have a chat about your fashion accessories, shall we? So these are the pieces that just add that extra thing, that extra piece to your look, to your outfits. They can be a texture related piece, they can be patterns, it can be jewelry, but this just gives your outfit somewhere to land. It gives it more intrigue and it can really change the direction of a look. You can get pieces that you rotate and you wear over and over again. You can get signature pieces. It really depends on your style. The next one is going to be your elevated pieces. Next up, let's talk about elevated pieces because these really help pull a look together. So for example, you might have these Bermuda shorts and they might have been in a typical material, but here we see them suede and that just adds something different to the look entirely. Next up, we've got these tailored trousers, but this extra material, the fact that they're sort of super wide leg / balloon pant, just add a different tone and look to the whole thing. The next one is wrong shoe theory. You may have heard of this, and this is basically where you put an outfit together but you use the wrong shoe. So for example, with this look on the right hand side, you might have thought that with a brown and a butter yellow, red would be completely wrong, but actually it goes perfectly well and the wrong shoe theory really works here. Or with the look on the left hand side, you might have gone for something safe like a white sneaker or a plain ballet pump, but adding these leopard print shoes just brings something completely different to the whole look. The next one is varied styling, and this is where you've kind of got your basics, you've got your capsule wardrobe. You can check out my capsule wardrobe guide in the description if you're looking to build your wardrobe. But if we look at your varied styling, this is where you mix and match things you wouldn't have normally put together. So for example, this butter yellow bag with this checkered coat, these shoes with this great outfit and the butter yellow bag again, or this baggy jumper with this silk or satin skirt. Very styling, but it goes very well. The next one is using references that you might not normally use. So sometimes when we're looking for outfit inspiration, we go to Pinterest, which I love, or we might go to Instagram or some other tool, but try references that are completely non-fashion related, and this can really help develop your personal style, what you like to wear. You might notice that over time your personal style wardrobe wise becomes quite related to your interior style because you've developed a sense of taste and seeing the world. Next up is going to be quality items. Building a wardrobe without quality items is kind of like trying to fill a bucket with water when you have holes in it. Even as you continue to build your wardrobe, you're going to have to keep replacing things, and that's not fun for your pocket. It's not fun for quality and maintenance. It's just not great. So one thing you want to do is focus and maybe just put the money aside until you can get a really good quality item if you can. Next up, this is where things get a bit more fun, and now we're looking at your signature look. Making your outfits look better on a daily basis is where your signature style comes in. Things that you consistently lean to, and it's not just the same items, but it's a sense of style. So for example, you might be on the more colorful side, you might be on the more muted, neutral side in terms of tones. You may really like items with embellishments and that kind of thing, but the more you experiment and think, what is my signature style, it gets much easier to get dressed. I want to talk about this one next, which is trend skipping. Not every trend you need to be a part of, not every trend you need to partake in. And it's great to know your signature style, which we just talked about, because then you know which items and things you want to skip. For example, leopard print shoes could really be in, animal print could really be in, studded shoes, for example, could really be in, and shoulder pads. But if you know either or one of these things is not for you, you skip it, you save money, and you don't waste a piece in your wardrobe. The next one is to layer. Layering is such a great tool for adding more interest, intrigue to your outfits, whether it's using a scarf, whether it's using a jumper, tying it around your neck, or even wearing a jumper around your waist. There's so many different ways to layer, and I'm actually putting together an entirely different video on the topic. But one of the reasons why I love this tool is because you can use so many items in your capsule wardrobe to do this without buying more. So here's another one. This is all about proportion. Proportion can make an outfit look so much better. You may have heard the rule, if you've got something baggy on top, wear something slimmer fitting on the bottom, and vice versa. But this rule doesn't always apply. For example, with the look on the right hand side, it's baggy on the top, baggy on the bottom. It's not a really fitted skirt. But what draws it in and makes it look more proportional is the belt in the middle. Or if you look at the look in the middle as well, the blazer and the structure adds proportion. Next, you're going to want to revisit and edit, and this is all part of it. Like with the proportion example, there are rules, or broad-based rules should you say, but they don't always apply, and style is also about experimenting and finding out what works for you. So you want to revisit and edit your wardrobe. When you see you're not wearing things, ask yourself why. Figure out whether you want to keep buying the same thing, or maybe it's not good quality, or maybe you just don't actually like that specific style and you can edit it in your wardrobe for future reference. One of the last things I want to talk about is seamless undergarments, because some of the reasons why our outfits don't look quite put together is because we're not having the undergarments that are really complementary. For example, if you have a certain shirt where you feel like you can't really wear it, you don't have the undergarments that really go, or it's see-through and things like that, it can really throw an outfit off. So making sure that you have those basic fundamentals really goes a long way. And next is your turn. You want to experiment, you want to see what works for you. I think one of the best places to start is with your own wardrobe and what you've currently got. Do an audit, figure out what you currently have, experiment, mix and match, try and do some of the looks that you've already seen in this episode, and then write a list of maybe what you'd like to add, inspiration that you're drawing from interiors and art and elsewhere, and how you'd like to put that together in your wardrobe. Thanks so much for joining another episode of the Curation Index. Join the free newsletter below to get curated weekly looks and finds sent to you, and can't wait to see you in the next one.